Jesus teaches about the true prophets. The Lord. It was not uncommon for pious men, those of continuously firm belief in God, loving Him with all their heart, to be awakened, to become true prophets, even without ever having visited the prerequisite school. So it was with Moses and Aaron, who themselves were great prophets, never having attended any school, for their faith, their heart dedicated to God, and even God Himself were their school. Thus became Elijah, Jonah, Joshua, and Samuel true prophets as well, without any preceding school, because God Himself was their master and school. In the same manner were most of the patriarchs, seers, and prophets as well, no school involved. For God alone, to and in whom they adhered and undoubtedly believed, was their school, wherein He revealed His will to them. Even during this time, there were seers and prophets who were not educated in any school, for God always solely looks to the heart of men, and not to the school, wherein someone might have attained one or the other ability. Behold, these my disciples. None of them have ever been to prophet school, and still many of them will do greater things than any of the old seers and prophets. For I alone am their master and school, and thus it is and shall remain until the end of times of this earth. Many a school will surely be established in times to come, from which will emerge countless false teachers and prophets, yet only incredibly few true prophets, according to the will of God. Truly, I tell you, as a result, only those who believe in me, love me above all else and their fellow men as themselves, and actively follow my doctrine, will become seers and prophets. And so, not everyone who believes and calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter my kingdom, but only those who do my will, as expressed in my doctrine. Therefore, may you too not be merely vain hearers, but instead active doers of my word. For then you will receive within yourselves the true kingdom of God. But do not ever expect the kingdom of God, a kingdom of life within, to arrive among men with external signs, splendor and magnificence, for it solely exists within you. Those who will seek it within themselves in the manner I have shown them, and yet fail to find it, will search for it in vain in all the world and among all the stars. Thus the path to the true living kingdom of God is narrow and often overgrown with all sorts of brambles and briar patches. Humility and utter self-denial are the name of this path. For the worldly people, it is wholly impassable. But those who believe in me and keep my commandments, their feet will not be harmed by the thorns upon the path to the kingdom of God. The only difficult part is a sincere beginning. Should the sincerity remain, and not be weakened by all kinds of worldly considerations, then the kingdom of God is easily attained. Because one such as this, who continually and earnestly strives for the kingdom of God within himself, well, for him will my yoke be soft, and the burden I give him to carry will be light. To the earnest seekers of the true kingdom of God, I will always call out within their hearts, Come to me, all of you who are tired and burdened. I myself shall meet you halfway along the path, for I wish to strengthen and renew you fully. To those, however, who will only call to me, Lord, Lord, but are mostly concerned with purely worldly things, only casually striving towards that which is of the kingdom of God, I will say, Why do you call to me, you worldly people? And why do you shout? My heart has not yet known you, Let the things you are concerned with grant you the assistance you so desire. Truly, I tell you, in this world, people such as these will almost certainly never find the true and living kingdom of God within themselves, making unsuitable teachers, seers, and prophets for their fellow men. And in the great beyond, it will be even more incomparably difficult for such half-dead souls to seek and find the kingdom of God within themselves. And so, may one and all work for as long as the day lasts. For when the night follows, it will hardly be possible to work. Did you understand what I have said just now, my friend? Said the innkeeper. Yes, Lord and Master of all there is. I thank you for this lesson from the innermost depths of my life. Now the nature of the old prophet school is completely clear to me. Though, at the same time, I must ask you this. When I, now more sincere than ever before, walk the narrow and thorny path to the kingdom of God, would you mercifully come to my aid the second I take my first step, so that, as I make my way along the narrow and thorny path of life, I will not grow weary, discouraged, and impatient?